How's it going, Kaiju fans? It is I, CyberKnight-Miky, bringing you with another S.H.MonsterArts video review. And today we're going to take a look at, well, it is the S.H.MonsterArts Hedorah 50th Anniversary Special Set. So yes, here we have the girl. Yeah, I literally call this a girl because in Godzilla vs. Hedorah, which is a really strange film, and it's a great film if you are literally on drugs or literally can survive epilepsy. You'll literally enjoy this film if you're on meth. That's literally what it feels like. But in one shot in the overall film, it's shown that Godzilla wasn't holding Hedorah's eyes. It was actually egg. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't even notice it was actually eggs until I researched even further. But anyway, before we go take a look at the figure, let's take a look at the overall nice coated box, which is absolutely stunning, with the overall artwork of a Hedorah. Of course, we got Tamashi's seal of quality. Here we have another great image of Hedorah. Here we have the promotional images, alongside with her, well, first and second form. Her third form is not there because, well, pretty much, I mean, she was literally crawling in the third form, so I can understand that. And then we have the bottom. Anyway, let's put this one on the side, and let's talk about, well, her first form, shall we? So literally in the first film, she appeared in the ocean in this kind of well, sluggish, trash-looking water that is filled with junk and all that sort of stuff. Which this film was literally just an environmental message with a lot of well, epilepsy and drugs. Also, did I mention it was literally set in the 70s? But anyway, when she was literally first appearing in the film, she was appearing in this overall sludge pile, and all it appeared was this head, which it is literally on a hole here, which this pin is gonna fit inside. And take a look at the inside. It is actually on having clear plastic that is literally having the eyes pinned in, which actually looks pretty damn sweet. Although I do wish that it actually comes with a separate one, because that means her other form, well, her body literally is, well, non-existent. Because she comes with a stand for that pod, with this little, where she then ejects and then literally flies away. In which this case, the overall detail of her is just damn nice. More stylized than real accurate, but I will actually take stylization over accuracy, because otherwise it will be a hell to actually get that right. But either way, the overall, well, this kind of slug pod looking, well, frog, this tadpole thing. I don't know what Yoshimitsu Bano, rest in peace, even think about this, but, well, we'll talk about her later on, for final form later on, but, yeah, you literally place her right on the stand, and now well, hold on, you just place it like so, and now she looks like she's flying away. Then next up, we have her second form, which looks like a manta ray or literally a goddamn trilobite. If you look on site, okay, it looks like more like a manta ray or a horseshoe crab. Honestly, it doesn't matter because it still looks pretty sweet and freaky. Yeah, literally, this version literally floats over, just fly up in the sky, literally polluting over the sky and literally polluting on the ground, where where the air literally turned every human into skeletons. I'm not kidding. That's literally what she did. In a kid's film. God damn it. That film was so weird and free. I'm not kidding when this film literally makes you feel like you're tripping over mushrooms. But anyway, this overall form does look pretty damn spot on what she appeared in the overall film. And even she has Hedorah. Oh god. Aside from that joke, it is a pretty sweet overall looking, flying form. And the overall articulation, well, she doesn't have one. But I do feel like this has some articulation, but actually I feel like it's just supposed to sit in place because she just flies. So it doesn't matter if this even articulates because it's just an accessory more than just being a figure. But I do love the overall painted details, and of course the eyes, the pupils. It just pops. And just like her first form, you get a stand which has a cradle where you literally have this piece just rest inside like so. Actually, the other side. Or was it this side? I don't know. But you take this piece right here, you rest it here, and the other just rest in place, and now she's floating away. And literally polluting on the ground and turn every human into bones. Man, I'm dead. Alright, without that out of the way, now let's get to the meat and potato of this review. Hedorah. And boy, is she the Smog Monster. And fun fact about her eyes, they're literally based on vaginas. I'm not shitting you. I literally looked it up, and those eyes are supposed to represent vaginas. I don't know what he was thinking when making this film. But goddamn, I could have seen him for even attempt. Okay, hold on. But oh boy, was this thing a weird looking creature, and I love it so much. But here's also another thing. Most of the fandom literally prefer her as it. Because Hedorah also appeared in Final Wars. However, in that version, there were some rods that literally eject some mist out of the tubes, which they confirmed that it was supposed to be a male. So the Final Wars Hedorah is pretty much a male, while this version that literally came with eggs was literally a female. I know, right? It's pretty weird. But in this review, I'm gonna prefer this one as a she. Because in the film, she did have eggs. And she was based on, her eyes literally had vagina eyes. So I'm gonna prefer her as a she. Don't judge me. But anyway, as we look at the overall detail, it just pops. I would not deny that the overall figure just has some wonderful shading. I mean, look at all the details, the sculpting, and the paint apps they literally have put into the soul into it. It's just astonishing. And her eyes, god damn, isn't those just the most attractive eyes I've seen so far? And I can just hear the sound of Hedorah. But anyway, there is a bit of a flaw of this figure, is that this piece literally falls off too easily. I might just glue it back on later on, but in fairness, it's supposed to literally pop off easily, because if it was just too tight, you'll literally break this figure. That literally costs over $200, which I do not recommend having figures that are too tight. Otherwise, you break them. Trust me, I know from experience. It's better off if you heat it up with a hairdryer or warm water and then mess around with it a little bit. you get it a little bit more solid. But overall, I do love the crack details, which kind of indicates that it's literally still kind of slog, like clay, that's pretty much, well, dried up, and it has some cracks over it. It's just amount of great detail to Hedorah, and I do appreciate that. Now, for the overall accessories for her, she doesn't come with a beam, which is a shame. But then again, I can literally make a beam of my own. And then, well, let's be honest, how much does she even use the beam? I mean, all she do is just fucking messing with Godzilla and literally talk to him. I don't know how she does that, but she literally can talk with a Godzilla. Huh. But anyway, even though she is a Smog Monster, she doesn't look like she can, move. She does have some articulation, which is nice. So the overall head is on a ball joint, which you can literally use the hinge here to make her look up that far. And if you look down here, there's a ball barrel double ball joint system, which you can literally move her head and neck here to make her crunch. Like, if you have her up here, you can literally crunch to make her look down even further. And those flaps here can also move independently, which makes this Hedorah quite, well, flexible and expressive. So she doesn't feel like an actual toy, but actually like a smog creature coming to life. And you can put up some real good creativity with this stop motion, which is supposed to be the whole point of S.H.MonsterArts, the articulated series. Well, in general, S.H.MonsterArts is to make stop motion. And of course, the arms, well, she can't do a 360 because, well, she doesn't really do 360, but they do move, which is all I wish for. And of course, this pop off really too easily, which is a bit of a negative and a shame, but again, I'll glue it back on. And of course, forgot to mention the green. Oh, just, oh. Does this not scream a slug? Or more like a smog creature? Like, goddamn, it looks so filthy, and I love it. The amount of detail they actually put in. Like, the bottom looks so damn, well, smooshy and disgusting. Or the other area looks so dried up, but still feels like it has some of that kind of sludge still drooping off the overall surface. And of course, the amount of ball joint, you can make her that flexible. And of course, not only that, she has a waist swivel. If you get that piece out of the way. She has a waist swivel. Huh? Excuse me. Where was this on the Hedorah 2019 Bandai? Like, you really stepped up your game with this. Like, holy shit. Oh, this is the reason why I love S.H. Monster so much. And of course, these flaps also has a ball joint, which is a good indicator that everything is not just secured or glued in place. It has some moving features. That's just brilliant. And of course, I need to show you this. This is on a ball barrel style system, which you get a kind of ball joint here, and also of course of the calf, where you literally get some knee motion here, and some actual possibility on the feet, where you literally can rotate it and get some fluid movements that you would never have on an S.H.MonsterArts, which you would never have in the actual, well, just a regular figure, because they only have just hinges and ball joints. Well, mostly hinges, or some kind of revoltate joints, and it gets restricted. But here, it feels movable, even though it feels like she cannot move. They did an attempt of making her move. And of course, we also have a ball joint here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segments of a tail, where you can get her to move that much. And dear goodness, does it feel it feels surreal. Like this is the reason why I love S.H.MonsterArts. They actually put amount of detail for a monster, even though it is a bit overpriced. Like, well, calm down your prices, Jesus. But still, I do not regret paying the price for this kind of figure. And let's get a scale with her. With this tadpole, and of course, the kind of a horseshoe crab, well, kind of trilobite, or, well, manta ray looking creature. And there's all her forms except for the third form. Don't know why they would make that, or a beam, but still exquisite. And then we have the size comparison. Here we have Hedorah next to 2021 Godzilla vs. Kong S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla. And as you can see, well, they may not be in scale, well, kind of, but I think in the film, pretty much, the Godzilla in the film was in 1970, well, 1971, Godzilla was pretty much 50 meters. And she's supposed to be the same or a little bit bigger than that Godzilla. So, in retrospective, if we move this guy out of the way, here we have her next to 1954 Godzilla. And that is actually a proper scale for this Smog Monster. And honestly, that is actually quite a good scale. But I'm still waiting for a Showa Godzilla. At least that is from 1969 or 1970s Godzilla. You know, the one that literally faced Gigan. And then they're facing Megalon, they're facing Mechagodzilla. First and 2.0 and Titanosaurus. Yeah, where we are gonna get that one. And then we also have the last one, which is Godzilla Final Wars. And honestly, if I actually, well, pretend this is actually the Final Wars, well, Megalon. If this actually was the Final Wars Hedorah, this is actually quite a good scale. Good scale. Honestly. And also getting the Hedorah pretty much one hit KO by Godzilla. And then was pretty much blasted away. And then to be honest, some people actually think of Hedorah quite weak. Oof. That's quite some heresy words from one viewer. I will not tell who is, but if you know, you know. But yeah. So my final verdict. S.H.MonsterArts Hedorah 50th Anniversary Special Set is quite a great addition to S.H.MonsterArts line. And honestly, I do highly recommend if you actually are a fan of Godzilla, or actually a fan of Hedorah, or if you want a great S.H.MonsterArts in general. If you have a good financial budget, because this girl or guy, depending on which movie you're talking about, well, they literally cost like $200 to $300, like Biollante and Ghidorah kind of price. They are not cheap. These are highly collectible figures. So if you want this figure, you really need to, well, save up some money and actually do some good work to earn this kind of figure. But you can also get a bit quick, well, sometimes, but they are still on the shop once in a while. But if you actually find one in a good price or in a good sale or something like that, then I highly pick it up as soon as possible. Because in general with S.H.MonsterArts, they sell out quick. But I think in this case they kind of a little bit slow down a bit, which is sort of, well, kind of refreshing. But I still think they're still sold out once a new figure, or actually a good figure from a good reviewer actually reviews it and actually recommend it. So in general, if you actually are a fan of Hedorah or just fan of Godzilla monsters in general, this is actually a good product. But do keep in mind, you are not getting a third form, Some of it on 100% accuracy, and it is full on stylization, and she doesn't come, and Hedorah doesn't come with a beam, which is a bit of a shame. But as a guy who knows how to make beams, I don't pretty much mind. I am quite satisfied with the overall product. And hey, who knows if we're gonna get a final voice version and we get the one with a tube actually. But then again, if you actually look at having effect with lightning, you can always do some stop motion and make it pretend like Hedorah is producing beams.
Hi everybody, thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like what you see, then please hit the like button. And if you want to share your opinion, then let me know in the comment section. And also share this video to everybody else. And if you really want to support the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. And also hit the notification bell button to get notified when my next video is going to be. And if you want to support the channel even further, I have a Patreon. It's only $1. Now, that's enough for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, only time will tell when my next video is going to be. And until then, I'll see you all next time. Peace.